football with head coach Jimbo Fisher. To the Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show, live from the 4 Points by Sheridan. And we've had a number of phone callers, had some fun here. We still have yet to have a question from our studio audience, but I think Bob's sort of getting in position over here. You may want to grab that microphone, but while we're at it, let's go ahead and we have phone calls. No, we do have a question right here from a question from our audience. Go ahead. You're on the air with Jimbo, face to face. There you go.
From Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Great win on Saturday against a very hungry Clemson team.
Thank you.
NC State is a very good team also. I don't think people realize that. 4-0. I mean, they had 2 wins last year. They seem like a team on the rebound this year. Good luck against them on Saturday in Raleigh, where we haven't won since 2008, I believe.
Yes.
And let's get a win on Saturday for that.
I'm with you on that one.
All right. And, Coach, my question is about Rashad Green and just what a phenomenal player he is. And do you think he would have a chance at the Heisman Trophy? Because we have not had a Heisman Trophy winning receiver since 1991 with Desmond Howard. Thank you.
That's a great question. If he continues at the pace he is and making the plays at the moments he's made them at, like he has this year, it'd definitely be a shot for him to be in that, and he should. He's one of the outstanding players in all of America. And
you know, I say this about Rashad all the time. As great a player as he is, he's a better person. I mean, you can't say enough good things about this guy and what he means. And, you know, it's great to see him have the success he has because of what he stands for and who he is. But he would have a chance. I think he'll have a long career at the next level. I think this guy's got a lot of football left ahead of him. And I'm just glad he's got one more. He got about 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more? Hopefully 12 more games with us.
Yeah. All right, a question about Rashad Green. He's a senior. From Albany, but he played at St. Thomas in his high school ball and had a tremendous career there. And he's on a pace right now, Jimbo, to break almost every record that we have as far as receivers go. And knock on wood, yeah, let's cross fingers. But anyway, good question about Rashad Green, number 80 in your program. Joe is from Lake City, and he's on the telephone. Go ahead, Joe. You're on the air with Jimbo.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, I got a question about Jameis. Is he allowed to switch the play call? Do you see something in the defense that he doesn't like?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot of audibles and systems built in, or automatics if we build into the game plan, or we'll call 2 or 3 plays at a time, and he's able to come to the line of scrimmage and be able to translate that and put us in the right place. He does that quite often, probably as well as anybody I've ever had.
Okay, Joe calling from Lake City, Columbia County, just down I-10 a little bit from Tallahassee. Thanks for the question about Jameis having the ability to change plays at the line of scrimmage. Another question from our studio audience. Go ahead, Bob. You're on the air.
Hi, Coach.
Good to see you, Bob.
Congratulations on your 19th consecutive win.
Thank you.
And
yeah.
I got a 2-part question I'm going to ask you from my son in Oklahoma.
All right.
First part of it is that how important do you feel is momentum in the game, and when do you think the momentum changed in the Clemson game?
You know, again, it goes back to, we talk about X's and O's and all that, but momentum. It's pivotal. That's why I think we were able to swing it out in Pasadena a year ago, and before the half, it got us back in the game. And, you know, this momentum probably there was about 4 of them in this one, swung back and forth. You know, I think a big momentum swing of them was the interception. When we were tied, we were driving, and we held. Then they went ahead. Then Rashad's big touchdown swung it back in our favor, and then the interception they had, and then we turned it right back with the interception. I mean, the fumble in which they had, and then I think the biggest one at the end, of course, was the big 4th and 1. And I think we went into that last drive. Our kids were sky high. We knew. We at least going, if we just were smart, we're going to get a field goal out of it. But our you see the surge, and you saw our offensive line come off the football. You saw us dominate the line of scrimmage in that last overtime. And I think that 4th and 1 stop allowed that to happen and be able to get us in the end zone. So, I mean, that game was very different in that it didn't swing once or twice and then stay there for a long period of time. It kind of battled back and forth. And but that last 4th and 1 stop was probably it was critical.
All right, Bob, good question about
really
momentum.
Good question.
And momentum is so important in sport of all kinds.
We don't talk about that, and that is critical. You got to feel it. You're on the sidelines, and that's what I say. The look in the kids, you can tell when the kids come off the field, how they look in their eyes, their body language, the bounce in their step. They may do their assignments, but, you know, when there's that certain look in your eye, and you go, oh, we got to, you know, when you call plays, you got to change it. You go, if they can't change it, then maybe I can do it with a call. Maybe we can do it on special teams. Can we do it on defense? You got to constantly look to battle and fight that momentum thing.
Momentum, old Mo, and it was on our side against Clemson. We needed every
really
bit
was.
of it, didn't we? Say, keep up with the Noles at home or on the road by downloading the official Florida State Game Day app free for your Apple. Just put it right here, and you can listen and watch it. Boy, that's pretty good looking. Anyway, listen to the radio call, check stats, and other game day information, all free. It's the FSU Florida State Game Day app. It's free. The Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show, presented by Napleton Infinity, live from the 4 Points by Sheridan, will continue after these messages.